22nd.
Well, he was a big baseball guy, but
Plant-based meat.
I mean,
Fricassee
Jim played ball.
That veggie stuff.
That's what we would like to have.
Vegan, some vegan stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
One family would be good.
State law requires this body to announce at this time that a copy of the current Open Meetings Act is available at the back of the room where it is accessible to the public. Sisson.
Here.
McDermott.
He's
I'm here, but I don't think I'm allowed to vote.
That's true. Thank you. Gibbons.
Yeah, here.
Erbon.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Aldridge.
Here.
Awesome. Let's all please stand for a moment of silence, followed by a pledge of allegiance. Amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With liberty, justice for all.
Awesome. We are pulling item 6 off because the library director cannot be here tonight. We'll table that. And item
Number
8.
7.
Number 7.
That's number 7. There's a new number 6.
Do you have an agenda?
There is.
Yeah, I got an amendment.
The library. Do I have everything I need?
Maybe I
Library number
Number
6.
6 is the Fair County Fair.
Oh,
It's
okay.
what?
Here we go.
Phelps County
That's
Fair.
why I-
Here we go.
We do not have that at all.
See you, Mary.
Now you do.
Something new has been added.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay. Clarify. Item 7 is going to be tabled for the library. The library director is out of town. Items 9, 10, 11, some closed session matters will be pulled tonight. Item 1 is the consent agenda. Approve the agenda, pay the claims as submitted through the city's treasury report.
So moved.
Larry Gibbons.
I'll second.
Troy Obron.
Erbon.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Aldridge.
Yes.
Sisson.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item 2, approve the minutes of the July 7th, 2020 regular council meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Mike Sisson,
Second.
second by Larry Gibbons.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Erbon.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Aldridge.
Yes.
Sisson.
Yes.
Item 3 is to ratify all actions taken by the Holy City Council. This is something that the state recommends. We've had a lot of Zoom meetings during this time of COVID stuff, separating. We just have to approve that everything that we conducted during the meetings, Zoom meetings, were approved conducting pursuant to the Governor Ricketts executive orders.
So moved.
Aldridge.
Second.
Ben Johnson.
Sisson.
Yes.
Gibbons.
Yes.
Erbon.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Aldridge.
Yes.
Motion carried. Item 4 is public forum. If anybody here has something that is not on the agenda, now is the time and the place to approach council. I think everybody else is on the agenda. We will close the public forum. Item 5, approve the use of downtown sidewalks for sidewalk sale days on July 24th and 25th. City code says we can't have outside displays. Typically, every year the chamber would like to have sidewalk sales for promote the businesses.
So, yeah, Jessica's out of town, so I'm filling in for her. Yeah, we've got 10 businesses who have committed to participate up and down East and West Avenue, and then one on 4th Avenue. They would be responsible for setting up and tearing down all of their displays. Their hours of operation vary anytime between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. I think is probably the latest that they'll go. So we would respectfully request to allow the businesses to set up their displays and sell on the sidewalks if they so choose.
And we also have on the Saturday, the 25th, Eradicate will be having their car show, their Proco Run also downtown. So that will tie in nicely with that.
Right.
Any questions for Karen?
Business as usual, isn't it?
Yep.
Same thing we do every year?
Yep, pretty much. There's that, yeah. Except that Bruce Furniture has decided to participate this year, so we're excited to have them. So, that's about it.
I make a motion we approve her request.
Mike Sisson?
I'll second.
Troy Urbana?
Gibbon,
Yes.
Urbana,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Aldridge,
Yes.
Sisson.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Clerk is here.
Item 8, consider proposal for exterior painting and gel coating in the swimming pool and water slides.
Six.
Six.
New agenda, did you get one?
Approve request.
Oh, excuse me.
Clerk is here.
I got 3 different agendas here. I'm jumping all over. Item 6, approve the request for assistance for the Phillips County Fair and Demolition Derby.
Well, I'm back again this year to see if we can get you to help put up the snow fence down around the Derby this year. Kind of late notice, but the way the year's been, it's kind of how we've operated. So.
Sound like you, or looks like you guys were busy down there getting ready for Demo Derby this afternoon.
Yeah, we're doing a little work on the track. So.
Yeah.
You get Dan the insurance thing from your
Yeah.
insurance? He said you would, but I had to ask.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a tough job.
What's the date, Clark?
It is Wednesday the 29th. I will try and get the snow fence in maybe Thursday. So anytime they'd want to do it, if they get a good cool morning or something.
Okay.
We're not, hopefully not expecting any snows. Chief,
Is the whole fair a go? I know some places are just allowing people
No,
from the 4-H into the exhibits or stuff. What?
we are having the 4-H shows, and our first plan was just families and kids. Now that things have kind of opened up, it's relaxed a little bit. We don't want huge crowds in there, but a close family, I think, could go. We're doing a ranch rodeo and an antique tractor pull on Sunday, which they don't draw a lot of people, but it's a big enough area. The Derby's going to be the one with the, we're posting everything, hand sanitizer, following all the rules. So, but I just thought we decided to try and have it. It'd be nice to have something normal this year. So.
sounds good. Any other concerns or questions?
Move that we approve the request.
Aldrich makes the motion.
Second.
Larry Gibbons seconds.
Sisson,
Yes.
Gibbon,
Yes.
Urbana.
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Aldridge.
Yes.
Okay,
Great.
we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for all you do for
You know, Kim never does show up. Every year, but he never shows up.
it. Don't hold your breath this year either.
No, do not.
Now, what number am I on? 8? Consider proposal for exterior painting and gel coating in the swimming pool water slides.
Once again, we tabled this from last time. I do believe Brad is with BPI Painting is on Zoom. So whatever questions you might have for him, I know there was a question on warranty and time frame and whatnot. So Brad's here to be able to answer any questions for you. And I have included in your packet 4 references I used the closer ones, I think Colby, Kansas, and then there was Great Bend, Kansas.
They all had good recommendations.
Yeah, they all had good recommendations, so. So if you have any questions for Brad, he's on and you can.
One of the questions was warranty work. How long does this gel coat lasting on the water slides?
Our warranty as far as labor is it's a warranty for the workmanship for a 1-year period. As far as referring to the gel coat, it's typically it depends on Kim, what color do you remember? I think one is blue and one is white. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And they're not only blue and white on the exterior, but blue and white on the interior. Is that correct as well?
Correct. Yes.
With the gel coat, it's a spray application. It goes on about 20-25 mils thick, and basically, I mean, it's going to last probably at least 3 to 5 years. I would say possibly even longer than that. It's just going to be. It could be a cosmetic thing, whether you say, well, the gel coat is faded, due to the sun. But now the one good thing with having white, and I believe is the white, Kim, the open slide.
Yes.
And that's good news too, because that being the open, that does get the sun and the UV, so you're not going to see the fading on that. So.
You're talking about fading and the sunlight and stuff. Should these be covered in off season? Would that help last it or anything? Wrap them in a plastic or tarp?
It probably wouldn't hurt. We never really usually recommend, doing that, but that's certainly not a bad idea. Usually what we do recommend is when we do a job like this, we do recommend that you, at least once a year, if not twice a year, kind of clean, buff, and wax type thing. Just kind of like you would a car or a boat, or something like that. Just to, maybe at the end of the season, when you all shut down Labor Day weekend, kind of maybe clean it up, and then maybe right before the Memorial Day weekend when you open, kind of do the same thing. Of course, that one might be a kind of a quick, maybe pressure wash type thing, if you have a good wax on it from the winter.
Sounds good. Council have some questions?
I do.
Right.
What does this mean when it says price does not include the prevailing wage?
Prevailing wage, Kim and I, as I was getting you all numbers, that was an important question for me. Prevailing wage is typically kind of a union or maybe a governmental entity or authority that dictates a wage. And it doesn't have to be just for a painter. It could be for a carpenter, a plumber, electrician, etc. Basically, they say, hey, if you're going to work in our state, our city, our union, what have you, a painter will make $50 an hour. I'm just using that as an example.
Right.
That being said, I don't pay my painters $50 an hour, but I need to know that because that would affect, my quote or my number to you, if that makes sense. So there is no, and Kim, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe there is a prevailing wage rate there in your city of Nebraska, is there?
No.
Okay.
So then these numbers here are pretty much what the numbers will be then, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's including tax?
Yes, sir. It does include tax.
Last sentence there, also assuming we have reasonable lift access, the city provides a lift, or?
No, we provide the lift. We were just, I guess there's some situations where you can get into where the slide, you can't even get a lift into it, or doesn't have it, access to get a lift to it. I think by the pictures, and again, I don't have the pictures in front of me, Kim, but I'm just going by memory. But I believe that there was plenty of area to get a lift in and around it. But no, that's not something that you all would provide. That number that I quoted you includes the cost of a lift. So it includes labor, material, and equipment, and taxes.
And we do have a gate on that side, so.
Okay, great, that's perfect. And it's not like on a hill or anything like that, correct? Or,
Correct, it's all flat ground.
okay, good deal.
Any other questions from the council?
I just want to comment about the waxing. I'm familiar with working with Onyx showers, and they have a gel coat on them. And to bring them back after we clean them, we always wax them, even putting pledge on them and buffing them. You wouldn't believe what that does to protect that gel coat. And that's something that the city could do that I think would be very helpful. I would wax it at the end of every season.
You will?
Yeah, all help.
So
I wanna slide
I couldn't
down
agree
it.
with you more. I wish, can I use you as a spokesperson first? I can't tell you, and I'm serious, I can't tell you how many times I tell folks to do that, and they're unpleasantly surprised. They don't heed my warnings, and they're like, well, now wait, why didn't we get the longevity?
I think that's very important. That's something we should do every year.
That sounds good.
I really think once a year would be fine, but if you can do it twice, that's even better, so.
Keep it nice and shiny.
Yeah, I didn't know that, that's good to know.
It's all about speed.
Good information,
Now,
Brad.
of course, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot. Don't
Oops, you just shot it.
watch it and you can call back. I'm just, see,
Any more questions?
Kim, I think you had,
Now you're cutting out on us, Brad.
was that another question? I'm sorry. Kim, I think you had mentioned that another question may be how quickly we could mobilize or get folks out to you or out your way.
Yes.
I would say, again, depending on what your house size, it probably anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks. We get folks mobilized.
2 to 4 weeks. I think that's what he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 to 4 weeks.
And what, the first or second's our last day at pool?
2nd of August is the last day the pool's open.
Okay. So we,
Motion to approve.
4 weeks from now would be, middle to end of August,
Yeah.
at worst case, but we could get there, maybe as early as, a couple weeks. I can't believe August is a couple weeks, so.
Sounds good. What's the
Sounds good to
council's
me.
wish?
Make a motion, we accept it.
Ben Johnson makes a motion. Second,
I'll second.
Mike Sisson.
Brad, we got very good feedback on your company, so good work.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thanks, Brad, and I'll be in contact with you tomorrow after the
We
vote.
appreciate it. That sounds good. Gentlemen, hey, pleasure meeting with you this evening. Have a good rest of your evening. I'm gonna go eat some dinner.
Don't blame you.
Have a good one.
Take
Thanks
care.
for joining us, Brad.
Aldridge,
Yes.
Sisson,
Yes.
Gibbon,
Yes.
Irvine,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Motion carries. Items 9, 10, 11 are stricken off of the council. Items closed session. So it is now time for open discussion. Before we get started, everybody has a letter from former Councilman Jason Hines, has moved out of Ward 4. His resignation from the a city councilman. So we'll accept that. And so with that, we're also announcing that we have an opening for a councilman in Ward 4. Get in touch with Dane or me, and there's a form to fill. Anybody who's interested in that opening, fulfilling Jason Hines' unexpired term, roughly 2.5 years. So get the word out. I'm going to go on radio in the morning. Probably be in the newspaper. Dane's going to have an ad in the paper and also legal notices. So with that, open discussion. Dane.
Mary's starting to work on the budget. She's letting me look at it so far.
It is that time of the year.
Fun and games.
It's going to be between you and Mary to.
Yeah, it'll be up to Mary. I'll offer suggestions, but other people give me.
With that lid, it's pretty tough to have much flexibility.
Yep. Absolutely. That's all I have.
Chief,
I have nothing.
I didn't think you did. Mr. Urbach.
Nothing.
Mr. Johnson.
I just want to send thoughts out to Doug and Patty. I see she was active today on Facebook, so even in this trying time for them, she's still spreading positivity, so that's good to see.
Yeah, that's good to see, and hopefully they recover quite well. That's why Doug's not here tonight. He needs to be in Lincoln. Thank you. Randy?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Mike?
Nothing for me.
Larry?
No, nothing.
Nope, we're on a roll.
Kevin?
Nothing.
Nothing
Brian?
here.
Everything's going well? Mary, we've saved you've got a little time here.
No, I've got nothing.
You got Mary on line too, don't you?
Mary, do you have something to add?
No, sorry I couldn't be there in person. Thank you for holding that stuff for next time for me.
Okay. I think that's it. This meeting is adjourned.